Okay, so Nikki, I'd like to know more about Asperger's autism from a spiritual perspective. Absolutely. My wife has been diagnosed on the spectrum of Asperger's, which makes so much sense. She's so brilliant, but also so emotionally unaware sometimes, and not emotionally, but just socially unaware. It's beautiful. She's such a beautiful being. Also ADD and ADHD is very common in these children, and the reason why, and it sucks because instantly doctors are like, oh, quick fix, put them on a bunch of drugs. And so the reason why these children are being diagnosed with these things is because their brains process at a different level. They literally take in the world around them at a different frequency. They articulate things differently. They perceive things differently. And they are able to express things in a very different way. And this is a little bit unfortunate because, once again, the education system doesn't know how to deal with these children. And it's extremely detrimental on these children. All we have to do is we have to bring it back to the understanding that especially your children in the past 10 to 20 years, like I would say my generation, millennial, and then back to Generation Z, and I don't know what the furthest one is right now, but these generations, Asperger's, autism, ADHD, even like signs of schizophrenia, bipolar, right? All of these kids volunteered to be a part of this initial wave of awakening and ascension, and they volunteered to have you guys as their parents. So the biggest thing is there's nothing really right now. There's really very limited resourcing for parents, especially you guys. When I have children, maybe in 5 years from now or 10 years from now, there's going to be a world of resources for those children. For you parents, you have these types of children because you are intuitive enough and strong enough to help them along. And even though I was raised Catholic, and even though, we went to church, and even though, my dad was an engineer and my mom was stay at home, they supported my alternative thinking, and they had the capacity to do that even though they weren't psychic themselves.